Good morning, Kitchen Witches. This is your tarot and menu inspiration for the day. I'm Chef Lisa, editor-in-chief of A Chef's Grimoire magazine. And we are going to pull one card that is going to be everything we need to know for the day. So, what do we have in store? Let's see. Do a couple good shuffles. Think. What is our card of the day? What is our inspiration for the day? What is going to give us wonderful meals for the day? Ready? I love turning cards. They're always like little Christmas in the day. So we have the King of Cups. Yeah, the King of Cups. Love it. So our friend, the King of Cups, is one of the families that live in the minor arcana. They are court cards. And court cards, there's 4 of the families, each ruling over one of the 4 elements. This is the top of the line, the king. Underneath the king, or in the same plane as the king, is the queen. And then underneath is the knight, and then underneath that is the page, right? So 4 members within all the families, each 4 family. So 4, 4, 4. 4 elements, 4 families, 4 members within the families. Easy to remember. Cups are about our emotions, right? So cups are water, and all that water energy ebbs and flows, just like our emotions do. Now, this king, he sits upon a throne, and we know from any time you see someone sitting in the tarot, most times in the major arcana, but also with anyone anyone who has power. If they're seated, it doesn't mean they're submissive. It means that they're comfortable in that power. They know no one's going to take it away from them. So therefore, they can let their guard down a little bit. They don't always have to be large and in charge. And this is no exception. So the King of Cups has all of their emotions in check. They don't ride roller coaster rides. They don't, have a good day and a bad day. They are even keel. And if they feel some kind of emotion coming on, they're, as I said, secure in their power to either let it flow and then, but not let it flow where people start to say, oh my God, the king is crying. Oh my God, that means he's weak. No. He lets things flow so that he doesn't fester, right? He's learned that. You can't keep your emotions inside. You've got to let them out. But at the same time, he's not like the knight who will say what he feels at any given moment, and it's out there, and he can't take it back. They can't take it back, right? And what's out there, now the people around them have to deal with. And sometimes you don't want that to happen, right? It's all about having emotional etiquette. And the Queen of Cups certainly knows that, but also does the king, right? So they just go about it in different ways. The queen will be a lot more nurturing and nurture your feelings in addition to her own, where the king is going to rule with their emotions so that everyone in the kingdom is emotionally stable, right? So within the kingdom of the King of Cups, everybody can feel their emotions, but they all keep each other in check and keep themselves in check, and just, never have a moment where they need to feel like they need to hold that emotion in, because it doesn't do any good, right? If you're feeling something, you have to learn how to express it in such a way that it's etiquettely accepted from whoever is around you at the moment. Or if you're just in your car and you have a pillow, scream into the pillow, right? What's that? That reminds me. There was a video that went viral of like either a UPS driver or an Amazon driver that was that was driving away, and all you heard him doing was screaming at the top of his lungs because he was so stressed out, the poor guy. But, you know, in those vans, it's like there's no doors and you can hear everything. It was funny. But so that would be, that would not be a King of Cups moment, right? It would be a very poor King of Cups moment. It would more likely be a Page of Cups moment. So there you go. Now, court cards are challenging. I'm not going to say they're not. They are. They're minor arcana. They, in a spread, cannot just be the collective or people around you. It could also be you. And it just depends on where it lands in the spread and how the other cards read the story about what this card means. So, but bringing it into the day to day or day in and day out, we're going to think it's you, right? Because it's now in your day. They have come into your day. It could very well be someone you meet, but more than likely, I'm going to say it's you. So in that instance, how do you rule your kingdom? Do you rule where maybe emotions are suppressed? Do you tell each other that you love them when they're leaving for the day? Or is it just a known fact that nobody talks about? Do you express your love through, you know, giving little gifts or cards, you know, just because, right? Or not? Like, what happens within your household day in and day out that is emotionally based and rules the household? And who's it coming from? Is it coming from you? Or is it coming from your significant other? Or is it coming from the children? Or is it coming from the pets, right? I mean, how does the emotional flow throughout your home? That's something to consider today. And if it's not where you want it to be, then we need to bring a little more King of Cups energy into the household. And someone needs to step up and start something new. Maybe it is little notes of admiration. Maybe, you know, if you charge your phone on your nightstands at night, right? Maybe you, before that person goes to bed, you write a little note, or after they've gone to bed, you write a little note and pop it under their phone. They're sure to find it. And maybe it just says, smile today, or, you know, find joy in a book, or, you know, something, just a little note that's stashed somewhere so that they can find it. And they may or may not know who put it there, but it's starting more of just a joyful cups energy within the house. And it's nice. So that's one example. You'll find many. So now let's bring our friend, the King of Cups, into the kitchen because we're going to cook with him. So they love unami flavors because unami is encapsulating the deep savoriness of every bite of your food. And what better than to bring that in to the King of Cups meals? So they love anything that's laden with unami. So for breakfast, we're going to do Turkish breakfast bowls. We're going to add some ground sausage, some chopped up dried apricot, tomatoes, a jammy egg, which we've done many times on this channel, but I'll remind you what that is, cucumber, and slices of pita, right? Pita bread. Now, you could, if you want, serve it on a bowl of couscous, but you could also just layer these things on top of each other because it's a bowl. So a little sausage here, a little of the dried apricots, either chopped and put into the sausage when you sauteed it, which is nice because you have the pungency and maybe even spicy if you're using a spicy sausage of that, and then the sweetness of the apricot all together. The tomatoes can be diced up, just cherry tomatoes, colorful ones would be beautiful, and you put those to the side. And then the jammy egg, it's a hard-boiled egg, only you're only doing it for 6 to 7 minutes. And then immediately as it comes out of the hot water, put it into ice bath or run it under cold water till it stops cooking. Then when you slice it, the whites will be set, but the yolk will still be runny. Put the cut egg into the bowl, and then cucumber slices, maybe a fallen domino pattern around the side of the bowl, and then wedges of the pita bread. A delicious breakfast full of unami flavors. Moving on to lunch. So we've got a baked sweet potato with a dollop of yogurt and chili crisp. Yeah. So the sweet potato, think of it, the bowl for breakfast, cups, the sweet potato, a cup, if you think of it, right? It's its own vessel. So you can bake the sweet potato and then just eat the flesh out of the skin, or, and that's the way I would probably do it, or you can take the flesh out, put a little bit of, what would it be, to make it like a twice baked, you can add yogurt to it, right? But you're going to add a dollop of yogurt on top too. So take the flesh out, mix it with a little yogurt, put it back into the shell, and now it's nice and soft with an extra dollop of yogurt and the chili crisp on top, which seals the deal for the king. Yeah, that's a great lunch. And interestingly enough, you could also do this microwave. You don't have to do it in the oven, although it's going to taste better, in my opinion. But you could microwave your sweet potato and then do the same thing. Take the flesh out, mix it with a little yogurt, put it back in, so on and so forth. Good lunch, right? Satiating and good for your belly. Moving on to dinner. I'm thinking a miso paste fried chicken. Yeah. So fried chicken, get yourself a cut up chicken, or just all thighs, right? If you want to just do thighs, or all legs, or whatever. You make your batter, and there's tons of recipes online, but whatever you make your batter with, make sure you put in some miso paste. You can use a white miso or a mushroom miso is really nice. And that is going to bring out really strong unami flavors into your chicken dredge. Into the batter it goes. If you're going to deep fry it, then you want your oil to 320, I think, for first fry. And then you drop it into your oil, get it going, pull it out after like 20 minutes so that it's, you know, it's cooked. Then you up the oil to 375, back in for maybe not even 5 minutes, and that's to get it golden brown. And then off to a rack it goes to expel all of the extra grease. It'll crisp up and be beautiful, right? Miso fried chicken. You could also do it in the oven, and you don't have to do the wet dredge as if you're going to put it in the oil. You could just do like a panko crumb. But if you're going to do that, make sure you take your miso paste and do a rub onto the chicken. Then press it into panko or breadcrumb or whatever you're going to utilize, and then into the oven with a little drizzle of oil. And it goes, and it'll come out crisp and golden and beautiful. So either way it works, right? That's your chicken, and you're just going to make a simple Napa slaw. So Napa cabbage, maybe a shaved carrot, and then you can do it any way, shape, or form. You don't have to use mayonnaise and make it heavy. You can just use like a vinegar a vinegar dressing. Or if you have a bottle of blue cheese dressing or ranch dressing, you could forego all of it. Just get your Napa cabbage, put it into a bowl. That's the key. And then you just toss it with some ranch dressing. And it's served on the side with your miso fried chicken. Love it. Our friend, the King of Cups, loves it. So indulge today. Dive in deep to the emotional status and make sure that it's etiquettely done, but get it out, right? Get your emotions out. Show people how you feel. And hopefully it's good. Hopefully the people around you, you absolutely love. There's no one that annoys you or just pushes your buttons. You don't want them in your life anyway, so get rid of them. Keep the people that make you happy in your life and rule your kingdom with lots of love. And nourish yourself, because if you don't nourish yourself, you can't nourish and love all those around you with your kitchen magic. See you tomorrow.